So Andy, how much did you purchase this for?
Purchase price was just under 480,000.
And how much is the refurb going to cost, do you think?
Kind of everything all in, so you've got kind of fees on purchase, stamp duty, all of that jazz, and actually building the thing with just over 300 grand.
So you're all in for what, 780? Let's call it 800?
Call it 800, roughly 800, yeah.
And if you sell it, well, what's the GDV roughly?
We're around 1.4, maybe just over that.
So if you sell it, what's the profit?
600?
600,000 pounds. Okay, and if you kept it, how much would you leave in the deal?
Roughly, that would kind of get split in half. So 300-ish would be left in the deal. Around 300 would get pulled out.
Wow.
If all goes to plan.
What a deal. Hello, welcome to the Test Rush YouTube channel. Who am I here with again?
Yo!
Mr. Andy Camp, who's been on my YouTube channel 3 times now. You're obviously doing something, or do you just live really close?
I think you just like me.
I think, well, okay, there's a third option, yeah. So we are here in Letchworth Garden City.
Yeah.
Garden City, which is beautiful. If you haven't been here, it's really nice. Look, there's a garden. Well, that's weeds. But anyways, we are at a commercial conversion, which currently stands as, let me show everyone what it is. What was it at some point in time? Any idea?
This was originally like an electronics store, so this is where you go for your washing machine. And back in the day, before AO was existing.
Shit, yeah,
exactly.
So yeah, let's have a look.
Come on in.
Inside. So I love the podiums. They are just character. I think.
Yeah. I imagine this is where they had like each
bloody washing machine.
It served the purpose once upon a time.
It's mad. And I suppose if I go here, there's a dead wasp. I'll go here. I can show everyone the kind of scope. So if you look at the size of Andy, he's about 7 foot.
Yeah, I'm about 6'4".
Yeah, 6 foot wide as well.
6 inches.
Going gym. This is like as big as it looks. And actually, you've put some markings on the floor, which is quite nice.
We've got some tape just for you, mate. Just for you. So
what can I say?
We're actually stood in a flat here.
Okay.
So there's a lot going on here, and I'm kind of talking you through little bits. But start off on the exterior, you can see we've got obviously these massive shop fronts, which don't do too well for residential. So all of these are coming out. We're mirroring the windows above that you might have seen below on this level, bricking up around it, and then this will all be rendered. So it'll kind of match what we've got just across the road if you have a quick look. Similar kind of vibe, better condition though.
I hope so, yeah.
I hope so.
I mean, you're keeping these podiums, right? For like the kind of hipster WeWork kind of vibe, right?
Gonna build in some sofas.
Yeah. I do like these actually. Kind of, sometimes you see certain things like this and it inspires you interior design wise. The weirdest of stuff.
I'm not sure I'll keep them. You can have them if you want.
And as we were saying earlier, you know, this basically is clad in gold, given the timber prices, and you want people to come take it off, don't you?
Come and take it.
Smash and grab. If anyone wants timber, just
It's probably like £35,000 worth on that wall.
Yeah, I think you better put a bigger lock on the door, mate. Once the developers see you, this is prime fencing material, people. And you know what? It does feel quite light already. Are you concerned that by bricking half of these up, it's going to change the kind of feel, or is that just part of what you haven't really got a choice on?
It is what it is. So we're at again, if you might have seen the previous video we did in Letchworth, but this is a conservation area. They're really hot on the exterior properties, which is great because it means the exterior of all the properties in Letchworth look amazing.
They do really good.
But it means you have limited choice on what you can do on the exterior. So it is what it is to an extent, but the windows are huge. The one here behind you is about 2 by 2 meters. So
wow.
I think there'll be plenty of light still. I think right now we're just a bit spoiled because all the walls are windows.
Yeah.
Basically.
And then over there, you said there's a window there. There's going to be a window.
There is a window behind the cladding right now, so there'll be windows back here. These will serve the bedrooms. We've got a really funky toilet, which we're bathroom, that we're working around this, which is completely structural if you have a look up here.
So that's clad, but underneath it is steel.
Yeah, there's steel underneath this, so this is never moving without a lot of money being put into it. So,
and you've kind of quite politely drawn where the toilet would be.
So there you go.
Which I think is quite, I was saying earlier, I think it's quite a nice design, right? Because I suppose it separates the toilet, which you kind of want to do, but you never really do.
Yeah, I guess in the old days, how many houses have you refurbed where it's been like a toilet and then a bathroom next to it?
Yeah, but this is like the modern open plan
bathroom.
Cut through way of living.
There you go.
But for me, I think it's quite a quirky feature because you can put stuff here, and it just, I don't know, I quite like it. I think you've got to do what you've got to do, and it's still using a smallish space really well.
I think this is the difficulty, but the joy in commercial conversions to an extent is you've got a very distinct shell to work with, and you've got to get what you can out of it. And this is kind of a product of that, I suppose.
And I think, that's one of the differences with new builds, right? New builds, you create what the hell you want within planning. But here it's like, well, we've got steel and we ain't moving it, so
exactly.
What you've got to do.
Exactly.
And people might have noticed a little wrapped container, because there's wrap droppings here.
Only a few.
Which you told me about afterwards. And so, you know what, if we restart at this flat, right, I'll walk in from the door, which is going to be here.
Yeah.
As you can see, door. So I'm in the communal
entranceway for that flat there.
For this flat, okay.
Yeah, so you've got your own entranceway with the cupboard for your coats and all the shoes and everything. Mm-hmm. Then we have another door here.
So in through the door. Yeah.
And now you are in the kitchen diner. So across this wall, piece of tape here.
Yeah.
We've got kitchen units, your hob, your everything you've got in there, your sink and everything, and coming across this wall as well. It's like an L shape.
Okay, like a small L shape. That'd be nice.
Just a decent sized kitchen for the kind of size of the flat, and then you've got your living space and dining area. So dining area is kind of where you're stood here.
So it's an open plan kitchen, diner, living.
Proper modern living kind of.
Proper.
Yeah, and then you've got a wall here, which should be where your TV is.
And this is how far from the station? Did you say?
It's probably like 150 metres, 200 metres up the road.
So not enough that millennials can complain. Basically, it's good.
A couple more years they'll be complaining.
Yeah. So and it's got parking, hasn't it? It's got its own.
It's got parking. It's got its own area for parking. Yeah, it's kind of ticks a lot of the boxes in that sense.
I think it does, and if we move into the bedroom, which is gonna sort of through here.
So you've got one large bedroom at the back here, and yeah, massive bedroom.
I mean, it is, and again, I was saying earlier, these three take away the space. They really make it feel smaller than it is. But you've got room for a big bed here, and then a lot more, obviously, once you tone it up, and room for a lot more here. And then this corner is just going to be.
Yeah, this will be part of it. We might get a little office in there for work from home vibes.
You know what? That's quite nice because it's like it's not a room; it's a landing corridor open thing.
Exactly.
But you could put a big desk in there.
Exactly. And I think that's what people want in these flats. Like, you don't want a bedroom in your living space because everyone's working.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of an adaptation, kind of, from when we first thought these through.
I think something like this is where, like, if you built in a desk, which costs you nothing, it's kind of like dressing the property. It digitally or physically, in this case, puts it in their mind like, so we've got a bed and this, and we've got a study space. Whereas before they might say, what are we going to do here?
100%.
So the little things like that actually make a big difference because people don't have imaginations.
I think that's the key thing, isn't it? Like, you have to show people what you pictured the property to be.
Yes.
Because otherwise, you've got all these ideas. You've been spending hours over your plans, so you know exactly what it is, and it seems obvious to you. But for someone who walks in, has 10 minutes around your property, they're not going to know. They're not going to think about the desk space.
No, not at all. And little things like that really make a difference. It's kind of just hinting and highlighting, and it's like having another room.
100%.
The listing can't say, of course, because it's not, but it's like having another room.
Yeah, it's another space for them, isn't it? So.
And that door, that's just going to be what? A window?
That'll be a window, hopefully.
Full length window in the bathroom? Mist it up?
Interesting, maybe
mist it up.
Maybe.
That'd be.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
There we go.
That'd be.
The tense touch. Strikes again. That full slab of marble.
Book matched everything. It wouldn't fit, but would make it fit. But yeah, I think a full length mirror.
Yeah, maybe.
Let us know in the comments if you'd put a full length glass there that's frosted up. Let us know what you do. And in terms of lighting, actually, throughout here, are you doing spotlights like everywhere, or what's the vibe?
Again, it's a bit of a debate at the minute. We're still kind of at that stage where we're kind of speccing everything out.
Okay.
Obviously, there's a cost in that if you go for all spots. There's a debate because we've got such high ceilings. Is that just a waste? There's a few debates. I think different flats you'll see as we go up will require different kind of lighting choices. So, there's still a bit of a debate there. Jury's out.
I think it's nice to have flats. When a lot of developers do flats, they're all the same. They're all the same kitchen, all the same lights. I know you save money. I know you probably would as well. But I would put a different kitchen in every flat.
I can totally see that.
Because it's like the amount you save on 4 or 5, yes, fair enough. But when you go to these kitchen suppliers, you don't save by ordering the same kitchen because they build thousands. So
kitchen's a kitchen, isn't it? Yeah. So,
and just for the sake that I'd be so bored seeing the same kitchen, like fucking here's the kitchen. Oh look, it's nice.
yeah.
I just put green, blue, grey, white. I
hear that. I think there's definitely something to be said when you chuck on the market a load of flats in one hit, and then they're all mirror images, and you sit there and you go, are you limiting your market a bit there? I don't know. There's a debate there, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean it's also safer, right? Because it's like, well,
you can't.
If they don't like this location, they like upstairs. They'll like the kitchen because it's the same. But I don't know. I like taking a bit of a risk with flips and saying, look, someone's going to fall in love with it, right?
100%. But equally, there's another train of thought where actually you're de-risking because if they don't like that kitchen, they don't like all the kitchens.
Yeah. You know what? It's basically all the same.
Yeah.
But it's more fun to do multiple kitchens.
It's definitely more fun.
It's definitely more fun.
Right, let me go into the hallway.
So into the communal hallway. Now, what's going to be in that space? Because obviously there'll be a staircase here.
It's a staircase we got reversed.
Okay. Why is that?
This doesn't meet regs at the minute, and it fits. So we've got to do new staircase either way. This way suits upstairs a lot better, just of where you come out at the top.
You're right. Yeah, I'm moving up there.
What I mean.
And I've heard you got a sale on as well. Great savings.
Yes, savings. So yeah, this will be a swanky hallway. Some tiles on the floor. I think there's a lot to be said about speccing out a hallway because it's the first thing you come into, right? And
it's not bad expensive, is it? Again, it's just if you know what you're doing, you can make it look good.
100%. So that's the hallway here, and then if you spin around through here, this is flat number 2.
Wow. Okay, so this for people watching is big. You can hopefully see the kind of scale again. And it feels bigger than next door. I mean, I prefer the shape of next door because it's cool and it's interesting, but this is more like a standard square.
It's quite easy to imagine this one. You've got a big open plan space, kind of where you're stood beyond me. Then you've got 2 bedrooms. Actually, that's about. Yeah, you've got bedrooms at the back and a bathroom as well.
And those stairs are going, aren't they?
Those stairs are going because this is just a ground floor flat on its own. So
if anyone wants some stairs as well, bring your lorry bring your drill and come take it out.
Yeah.
That's a load of timber, that, isn't it?
Yeah. So
this was a appliances store, wasn't it, before?
Appliances store.
All the endless
plug sockets.
With this metal stuff next to it. That's interesting. And we were commenting before on the mahogany vintage.
I reckon that's worth some money now.
Yeah. So what's the brand there? Max it. Oh,
hey,
well, I've just lost 100 quid off your thing. So there's a step.
So I'll take you upstairs. So we've done 2 flats.
Head upstairs. Damn, this is big.
Welcome to floor 1. Similarly to downstairs, you've kind of got a flat on each side. This is all one flat. You can kind of see it on the floor here. This is the communal area, so everything beyond this point is a flat. So again, you're in a bedroom. Everything beyond this mark here. We're in communal space back here, so you've got a big L-shaped kitchen on the corner, decent sized bathroom.
Nice square shaped bathroom-ish.
The classic.
Yeah.
And then you're all communal here.
So your main bedroom is going to have these 2 fat windows in it.
Yeah, potentially. Again, there's a bit of planning still to do in this to figure out that it's just so bright area up there, isn't it? You can actually see there's a window there that's been boarded over.
And I thought they put the Georgian stuff inside as well.
Yeah, exactly. So there is a window there through the prison cell.
Yep.
And we actually have windows up here as well, if you have a look at my hammer holes. There's some light coming through there.
Oh, this is what you use the hammer for?
Yeah.
Working hard?
So we have 2 windows here as well, so this flat is really bright, really airy.
Yeah, I mean it already is, and from like different angles, and it's a corner flat, so I think it is naturally bigger.
Yeah.
And it has a nice kind of progression, like it has a nice vibe to walk through it to get here. And up above you, these are steels.
Yep. So again, it kind of mirrors what's below. I think. Did you point that out?
Yeah, it does mirror the cross one. Yeah, you can see.
It mirrors that one below. So this is obviously very structural and is never moving. He's boxed in quite a lot, so it's not that big, but that's got to stay. So again, the only feature. Again, that's part of the beauty of these properties. Is on the one hand, you wouldn't put it there if you were doing it, but you can make something from it.
You can, and you know what? there's some really cool stuff people have done with this, like hanging plants off of it. Like, you know, there's so much you can do, painting it in mad colours. I think they can add something to a building, especially because this building doesn't really have any old features.
Yeah.
Like the windows yet, but it's not a 200-year-old sort of, you know, whatever it is. It's kind of fairly modern in here, and these ceilings are fairly high. Like,
still pretty big. I think we're 2.6 in here still, so still way above what you'd get in a new build or whatever.
I know you usually manage refurbs trade by trade because you are a
madman.
You've just got nothing. You have no regard for your own health. You just don't give a shit about your happiness, basically. Are you going to do it this time?
I'm not on this one. I think we've kind of scaled up a bit. So, I mean, we've done quite a few videos, so we've got quite a few projects on the go. So, I think there comes a time where you have a choice. If you want to keep doing that, you start to hire staff in, you start to go down the project manager route, and you have to build up a business that can cope with managing this kind of thing trade by trade. I kind of didn't want to go down that route. I'd rather pay the money to the main contractor and then don't have to build up kind of a load of people that are dependent on payroll from me. So that kind of, I think that's the journey a lot of people go through at this kind of stage. So
what a shame, because you enjoyed it so much. So what a shame.
Me and Ted's forever moaning at each other about trades that don't turn up
or just doing the simplest of things, you know, like fucking. I mean, managing, you know, something of this size trade by trade. Yeah, you need a project manager.
100%.
Unless you are here and it's just like
it's
you don't want to do
job
that.
on its own.
It is, you know, we like. Not in an arrogant way for people watching, but we are too well paid to be project managing this.
Yeah,
like, it just doesn't make sense. We need to be finding money, finding other deals. Yeah. If you were project managing stuff, you wouldn't find this.
No,
you would be too busy fucking putting nails out.
By the time you'd finished, like you'd have nothing left to do. And I think it's quite an important lesson that I learned quite late on, that like you have to manage growing your business with keeping your costs down, and that's a real difficult balance. And yeah, it's a big debate that a lot of people have.
So you join us in flat number 3.
Yeah, man. So this is actually a 2-story flat, maisonette, whatever you want to call it.
Duplex team, yeah.
Duplex, if you're American. So we've got a bedroom through here.
Nice arch, classic, and the ceiling. So this ceiling's actually like a metre higher than it is.
That's it. So actually, you can see when you come through here, this is just a false ceiling. So this will all come down. We got like 2.7 metre ceilings up here. So. None of this low stuff. So this is the sitting room, and then this will be the kitchen diner. So you've got plenty of room. There's going to be a little kind of bar seating area, and plenty of room for your dining area.
I mean, it's like 1.8 times your height. Like
it's almost too much.
It is too much. It's a bit creepy. I was just saying I need to put some coving around the edges.
This is it.
To bring the ceiling height down, people, because when you have rooms like this, it can feel a bit intimidating and awkward, and it feels fucking weird.
Bit intense.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Almost got through.
Health and safety.
Watch yourself. So bathroom stay as it is.
Yep. Nothing to do, mate. I wouldn't even paint it. Fuck it. Love it.
Toilet.
I would keep the toilets low and wide.
So this staircase is going. We saw this just now in the downstairs flat. So this is coming out.
Yeah, we did.
And then as you come up here, this staircase will get replaced.
I mean, fuck me, it's covered in rat shit, so you'd hope so.
And this is your master bedroom. So there'll be a big old suite through here. Plenty of space for activities.
Activities, he said. Activities.
And yeah, there'll be an ensuite straight through there.
Yeah, I definitely am walking in there, man. It was weird as shit. And you've actually got some space potentially behind here.
Yeah, there's a lot of eaves in here, so we'll get some storage in, building storage, that kind of thing. Tons of space.
And how long is this refurb going to take? Do you think?
I think all in will be under 12 months, kind of with exit, build, and everything. So yeah, should be pretty quick this one. Hopefully.
And how many deals have you done before this in property?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you anymore.
It's a lot. It's a lot more than you probably think you've done, because I've seen quite a few of them.
I'm not sure.
And are you going to keep this or are you going to sell it?
I think we're going to keep it. Tez wants me to sell it, but
I just want to get rid of it, man. But you know, it'll be an interesting asset.
Yeah.
Maybe a trophy asset for you.
Yeah, maybe.
In this part of town. Cool.
So, take you through to the other flat.
The other flat. I forget there's fucking more. Where's the other one?
It's the top one, if you remember.
So we're now in the top floor flat, which is actually quite a straightforward refurb, and as you'll see, it's pretty much compartmentalised already. And
don't need your imagination in this one. So we have got what was the kitchen toilet.
The classic and traditional kitchen toilet, open plan living. You know, yeah, it's bohemian. Yeah.
Reminds me of that Friends episode. Have you seen it?
I have, yeah.
So that'll be the bathroom. Through here, it is the master bedroom, the only bedroom.
Nice big space.
And then if you swing around, that creates the kitchen and the living space. So
in here, with a nice, cute old little fireplace. Only one in the whole building.
Yeah, the only actual fireplace. Yeah.
This is probably the most recent residential part.
I assume
Clearly
so.
by the toilet kitchen. All these doors, classic doors. Classic doors. And over here you've got the car park down there.
Yeah, that's the building.
Thanks for showing us around, Andy.
Thanks for coming.